Hey, and welcome back to Game Talk. I'm your host, Eamon Mion. Today I'm joined by Connor
Hey guys.
and Mike.
Hello.
And today we want to talk about mods. Kind of surprising that we haven't talked about mods or had a topic on mods yet on the show. Maybe we have. I don't remember though. But
Yeah, it's
Can-
kind of funny. We've definitely talked about mods before because you can't talk about Bethesda without talking about mods. But
yeah, but just mods, go so far beyond Bethesda. It's totally worth giving them their own topic, and especially considering the fact that two out of the three hosts of this podcast are hardcore PC gamers. It's kind of weird that we haven't talked about it yet. So.
yeah, it's actually kind of funny. I don't know about you, Mike, but I don't typically play mods on my first playthrough of a game outside of like performance fixes and things because I try to get a game. I'm kind of a game design purist, but I know that there are people out there who like before they play a new video game they bought, they'll like go to forums and be like, "Hey guys, what are like the must-have mods for this game if I'm going to play it?" And that's kind of wild to me, but
Yeah, I think, like if I were to dabble with mods, I would be like you, Connor. Like I definitely want the artistic intent first and then change whatever I want. But I guess there is a case to be made in like terms of performance mods only. Like if the game has some performance issues at launch, mods can resolve that. Then I'd understand installing the mods before playing the game. But,
it's
I'm
not
not
always just at launch. Like Dark Souls for like until the Dark Souls remaster came out was almost unplayable on PC without DS Fix,
Yeah. Okay.
which is a mod that like
Yeah.
unlocks the frame rate and among other things.
For a
But,
lot of cases, like mods are a lot of performance fixes. Even for games that you could never imagine having mod support, someone has tried to shoehorn mod support into them.
Oh my god, Near Replicant. I tried to start that recently and it I guess it works fine if you play keyboard and mouse, but it's a console port. Nobody's going to play that game keyboard and mouse. If you have a controller hooked up, every time I was playing it, it was like every 30 seconds or so I would get a massive lag spike. And I downloaded a mod, and, installed that mod. Suddenly I'm getting 1440p, 144 frames per second, no problem.
Yeah,
Shoddy development is pretty common
for
on
a lot of
PC.
these performance mods, it's curious, right? Because like you got to think the developers got to be aware of these issues. It's just like maybe a sort of like they decide that we have to put this out now. We'll get to the fix when we get to it, but like we know it's there. Like
Yeah, a lot of
surely,
them never
yeah.
get to the fix. I mean, PC, it's super common in Japanese games for PC to be an absolute second-class citizen.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I-
been
those
that way.
Yeah.
yeah. Japan's like obviously console centric. Like less so now, right? Like they're I guess mobile centric now. Like if we want to talk broad brush, but certainly more console centric than PC centric.
Yeah, you saw that over in the American side of gaming for a while as well. Because
but,
everyone would be porting directly from, say, like a 360 to PC, and it never worked out.
Yeah,
could
it
always
definitely
tell.
works better. It works better to port from PC to console than it does the other way around, typically.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's not performance mods are like a must-have in the PC space, unfortunately. We get enough like Minecraft, for instance, probably well, not just the most popular PC game, but one of the most popular games of all time.
Games. Yeah.
Java Minecraft is it's unplayable garbage basically if you don't have like Optifine installed. Like if you care about frame rate even a little bit, I guess there are people who are playing people who actually need it most are probably the people who don't have it, but people who don't think about frame rate too often might be fine. But Minecraft just doesn't run. It's terrible. Like I don't think there's anybody running a Minecraft YouTube channel that doesn't have something like Optifine installed.
So
Yeah.
does Microsoft still support the Java version of Minecraft?
Yes, arguably better than they do the
It'll be the Bedrock edition.
the weird thing about it is that it's actually supported by the same original team, I think. And then the stuff that team does for Java later gets ported to. I mean, it's
Oh,
usually
okay.
day and date. But
So
the
it's
stuff that gets
it-
done in Java.
It's curious
So
that
Java actually
the game requires all these performance mods, like if the original team is still toiling away at it.
Well, they were the ones who did it wrong in the first place, I guess. I mean, Notch was the one who did it wrong. Also, some of the
Who?
issues are just like some of the issues are Java related, but not really in vanilla Minecraft. You don't typically start bumping against the boundaries of what Java can do until you do modded, which we'll probably talk about in a bit. But Optifine actually, interestingly enough, is one of the legendary mods that developers try to add to the base game. Mojang tried to buy Optifine, and
That's really cool.
it didn't happen. It was actually really kind of scummy on basically every front, in my opinion. Optifine, if you donate to the Optifine Patreon, I think it's a Patreon, you get an Optifine cape in game. Mojang gives out that you can only see if you have Optifine installed. Mojang only gives out capes to people who go to Minecon every year, so they're actually extremely rare. And they were not willing to come to a compromise on that. So the answer is that base game Minecraft runs like garbage. Like that's not a solution, guys.
So I gotta ask, what does Optifine do? Because I don't know.
I mean, from a programming, it's just a ton of optimizations. It just raises your frame rate.
So there's no one thing. It's just a bunch
There's
of...
no one thing.
polish.
It's a ton of smaller things, yeah.
I mean,
Gotcha.
for my mod pack, the mod pack that I've been playing, it doesn't actually use Optifine, and Optifine actually lowers the frame rate.
Right. It uses a vanilla fix and a couple other things.
vanilla
I've
fix
been
and
looking
better
into it
FPS.
because apparently it's actually new in the version of this mod pack we're playing, Mike, but the frame rate is terrible for me. And apparently like we're in 1.4.4 or something, and I guess 137 was the popular one before this. And 137 ran flawlessly on most machines, and then this update kind of tanked it. So I'm hoping that this mod pack gets updated like monthly, so maybe the next update will have a bunch of performance fixes.
Yeah, I had to tweak with some settings, and it now runs pretty smooth.
Yeah, I was watching your stream. Yours was running a lot better than mine. I managed to get mine running a little better.
You just got to fool with the options.
Yeah,
a lot,
so,
yeah. It's a lot of options foolery.
Mike, you mentioned Minecraft Eternal a couple episodes back, and now Connor, you're playing it too. And I wanted to check it out. It's just I haven't had the chance yet. So, yeah, what do you all think of like just all the changes that have been made to the game?
Oh Lord!
I mean, so MC Eternal is it's not an individual mod; it's a mod pack. So it's basically a curated list of other mods, along with some kind of compatibility layers, so that the mods can interact with each other.
But
it's insane. I mean, you can play this for a long time and really not interact with any vanilla Minecraft systems.
I imagine it
breaking and placing
it
blocks.
must feel a lot like Minecraft 2, you know.
I wouldn't say that. It does not have the level of polish that I think would be necessary for a Minecraft 2. It actually, what it really reminds me of is playing Minecraft back in like 2011, back when nobody knew how to play the game. Because like these mods do not have any tutorialization, really. Like, you can look up the recipes for the blocks, but like, as far as getting them to actually do what they're supposed to do, you have to look up wikis and stuff. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Mike is better at this than me, but I feel like an idiot playing this mod a lot of the time, which is fine. But
that's 90% of it is just feeling stupid. Trying to figure out
it evokes very early Minecraft vibes where like it really you fire up this mod and like even the wikis for the mods are not very good. So like you could discover anything. Like I'm fairly confident that there is no one in the world who actually knows everything that's in MC Eternal. Like it really is uncharted territory. Like
that's wild.
And like the weird mod interactions like that every once in a while, like that's one of the reasons it gets updated so much I've seen is because like sometimes people will find a weird mod interaction that will like there was a really affordable item called a sink that just gave you infinite water, and there was a mission in the mod pack where you could sell 650 buckets of water to get like 1 coin or something. But there was if you had infinite water, there was another really affordable item that gave you infinite fluid transfer rate. And so that was just extremely fast money. Basically, as fast as your game could run, you were getting money. Like, and stuff like that. Like you can just stumble into an exploit like that. And I think that's kind of fun because they're not like obvious and they get patched when they get found. I think it's interesting that those things exist. It's pretty neat. but it's extremely busy. It is just kind of a lot of stuff going on, and you're constantly having like not really conflicting, but like all the mod packs are there at the very beginning. So you take a game as simple as Minecraft, and suddenly it's like extremely complex, and they do not drip feed this stuff to you. It's all there at the beginning. It's
I think
very
I kind of
overwhelming.
like that though, like, and especially like you mentioned, like the callback to like early Minecraft. I really sort of, I enjoyed that feeling in early Minecraft of just sort of feeling my way in the dark and like,
Yeah, I
not
really did
knowing-
have to. I had to take a step back when I finally sat down and started playing it. I had to basically just play vanilla Minecraft for a couple hours. Like
Yeah.
go gather some wood, build up my house. It wasn't. I had probably been in the mod pack for like 5 hours, and I had been doing almost exclusively vanilla stuff. And then I started looking at like, well, I got to about the time when I would start thinking about like diamond armor and enchants and stuff, and thought like, all right, maybe instead of enchants, I should look at a mod called Tinker's Construct, which is a lot. It gives you a lot of enchant-like abilities by mixing materials and stuff to make like, yeah, like you actually have to build a giant smeltery and like melt down ore in it to like cast into the shape of a pickaxe instead of just,
Jeez.
yeah, like
So they're changing some of like the well-known like ways
yeah,
you do
Tinker's
things in
Construct. I think
Minecraft.
is Tinker's Construct is I think what I would Tinker's Construct and the engineering like Tinker's Construct is extremely critical to this mod pack, I think. And a lot of the other mods kind of complement it nicely, but Tinker's is definitely like a backbone mod.
Yeah,
I would
everything
say.
goes with Tinkers because the way Tinkers
Okay.
works is that it's also very affordable ore doubling. So you can build that way faster than you can build the other methods of getting more resources from one
right.
piece
I
of ore.
actually did have. I had a. Well, wait. How do you or does putting raw ore in the smelter make 2 ingots?
Yes.
I did not know that. Okay, so I've actually been using a pulverizer and then putting the dust into the smeltery. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's not a lot that is explained in modded games.
Nope. I
mean-
so that's what's funny. I wasn't even going into this blind necessarily. I played a mod pack called Tekkit way back in the day, and a ton of the mods that were in Tekkit are also in MC Eternal, including thermal expansion, I think, is the pulverizer, which crushes a piece of ore into 2 pieces of ore dust, and then you smelt that dust and you get 2 ingots instead of 1. Can you do things like make Invar in a smeltery? Like, could I put iron and nickel in?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, so I just
remarkably
wasted-
powerful.
I wasted all that time building a, yeah. Oh, well. You get what you get, huh?
That's how you learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole like Wild West nature of mods is appealing to me. Like, and this is what like I think that spoiler alert, I have managed to successfully order an Xbox Series X, and I know Microsoft is big on mod support on console, which is kind of a new thing, right? Like Xbox consoles have mod support for a lot of their games. Obviously it's not as crazy and Wild West as PC mods, but like it's a start, right? So I'm looking forward to finally tinkering once that Series X comes in.
Yeah, so like it's like Skyrim and
Bethesda games in general, I think.
Yeah,
That's the games
Fallout.
right now.
you're a lot more limited on what you can do with mods on console. You can do a lot, but there's actually a YouTube series that I'm pretty fond of, and it's Griffin McElroy and Nick Robinson, and Nick Robinson has been canceled at this point, but I'm going to talk about the series anyway. Nick Robinson did some scummy stuff, but the series is relevant to the topic we're talking about. It was called Touch the Skyrim, and basically Nick hated Skyrim, I believe. And so Griffin was curious if he could mod Skyrim to the point it was unrecognizable to Nick and
That's
make
wild.
a game that he would actually like. And it's hilarious. It's a very good series.
It's
extremely
very
fun.
very fun series.
Yeah, I want to say like my extent to like modding, my modding experience boils down to Civilization 5, I think. Like back when I was playing absurd amounts of Civilization 5 in college, after I'd played enough of the base game, I decided to experiment with some mods, and it was nothing too crazy, right? Like, and of course, can't imagine you can get too crazy in a game like Civilization, but like I did things like play on Westeros, like from Game of Thrones, and like have like the civilizations be like the major houses, like the Starks and the Targaryens and the Lannisters and stuff like that. And I thought that was a lot of fun. And like you said, like basically performance tweaks and like UI UX tweaks and stuff like those kinds of mods. Largely installed those in my Civ game just to make the experience smoother, but haven't really done anything too wild with mods. I must say.
I wouldn't say that like you can't get too wild with Civ because I know Age of Empires has like a very popular Game of Thrones mod. Or no, that's not Age of Empires. That's Crusader Kings maybe?
Yeah, it's
That
probably
makes
Crusader
sense.
Yeah.
Kings.
And a lot of like strategy games have like insane mods. And then like Factorio, like my first like vanilla Factorio feels like a tutorial that like prepares you to play modded Factorio.
It's wild to think that mods are at this point they're like an extension of the people's desire to play more varied games.
Yeah, I mean like that's a good way of putting it. Like
Modded Minecraft is actually just a really interesting case because the mods are almost entire games on their own. Like I said, only the absolute fundamentals of Minecraft are really still being engaged with in MC Eternal. And I almost like Minecraft modding on the Java version has progressed to the point that, frankly, the vanilla game is holding back the mods more so than the mods are pushing the vanilla game forward. Yeah, like stuff because of the way the game is coded, it essentially has to compile because of the way the mod tools work. It's like a 10-minute load time or something to boot up MC Eternal or something because it has to compile all the mods at the beginning. And then like because of the way Minecraft is written, all the blocks have to be loaded in at all times. So you're dealing with massive amounts of RAM. Like you can't it's Minecraft, but you can't play MC Eternal without like 8 gigs of RAM allocated to it. You just can't. And that's insane.
Are you saying like all the blocks, like all
every
the
block type and every item type has to be loaded into memory.
Not the actual
times, essentially.
Not the actual like map. It's like the whole map itself, right? That would be absurd.
Right. Oh no, not the whole map, but like the map's pretty memory light. Those are just getting a little technical here, but those are just coordinate values, essentially coordinate values and a block ID.
Mm.
But as far as actually like loading all the blocks together, you have to have the textures, the properties, all of that for thousands of blocks now, I think, probably using MC Eternal.
Yeah, that's another thing. You mentioned textures. That's another thing that really appealed to me, like back in the day, like early Minecraft. I do remember now, like messing with like texture packs and stuff. Like, just it's such a basic idea, but I love that vanilla Minecraft has such a simple sort of art style and look to it that like you can really make Minecraft look like anything.
Because Minecraft had that so early, you can slap any texture pack on Minecraft and people are still going to know it's Minecraft.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think the weirdest part about Minecraft is that modders actually don't mod the latest versions of Minecraft.
No.
Like MC Eternal's on 1.12, which was years ago.
No, it's actually really weird because MC Eternal, I went into the Nether for the first time, and the Nether is actually less interesting to me, like visually, in MC Eternal than it is in vanilla Minecraft right now, because it's before the Nether update.
Okay, yeah. I imagine like when the creators of these mods finally get to like incorporating some of the later Minecraft builds, it must be like an integration nightmare, right? Like getting all your mod stuff to work with like
the thing is they really don't, because a lot of them there's actually mods that bring future Minecraft content back into the past code base.
Yeah.
There's a whole mod who's dedicated just to doing that.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's created like a situation where I feel like different versions of Minecraft can functionally be like different games almost.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the mod packs, like the stuff I'm doing in MC Eternal really doesn't feel that different from the stuff I did in Tekkit when I was a kid. Like, so far, there's just more of it, kinda. But it really does, like, MC Eternal is what's called a kitchen sink mod pack, I would say. But there's also mod packs that are like strictly engineering, strictly magic, strictly adventure. And then I knew one of my ex-girlfriends didn't really play quote unquote modded Minecraft, but she installed data packs on the Java version that just added like furniture and stuff to like make your builds better or more, make it easier to build a more interesting house.
Yeah.
That game's just wide open and it's very interesting.
Yeah, I think Minecraft's like sort of I don't want to say unique case, but certainly a special case in that like it's kind of the poster child for like customizability and moddability and stuff. But what other games, like I know you guys, obviously you're core PC gamers, like
A lot of people mod Stardew Valley a ton.
Yeah,
People add
Stardew
new
Valley gets a
characters.
lot of mods.
Yeah, Stardew Valley has extremely good mod support. Devil May Cry has a pretty good modding scene, I think, but it's mostly like visual mods. I'm actually opening up my Steam library right now to look at games that have workshop support. A Hat in Time has it's Steam Workshop. They're mods, but what they really are is level packs for the most part, which is fine because that game has like sublime platforming and just adding levels was great. But instead of adding a level editor, really they added mod support and you make levels in Unity and add them to the game. Factorio, obviously Factorio is like insanely moddable. Like it was built from the ground up so that every part of it was really simple, like to script. And so you can mod it to hell and back.
yeah,
Dwarf
essentially-
Fortress is one of those that comes to mind of just the ease of access of moddability.
Yeah, Dwarf Fortress, almost everything in the game is determined by like
Right.
INI files, isn't it? So like
Yeah.
you can just go in and change some values in those files and you have a vastly different game.
They're not even just INI files; they're plain text.
Yeah.
So
Dwarf
anybody
Fortress
can
is
mod it.
incredibly moddable. And I've played some modded Dwarf Fortress. Not a ton because that game is so complex to begin with. I can't imagine learning modded Dwarf Fortress meaningfully.
or at least like a mod to provide a UI or something.
I don't think that
'Cause
exists.
It's just dots, right? Basically.
It's ASCII.
There's tile sets, but
it's
yeah,
ASCII,
tile sets, which are like Minecraft texture packs, essentially.
yeah, there are a lot of people. There's like a big debate in the Dwarf Fortress community over whether tile sets are actually Dwarf Fortress or not.
They are. That's a stupid.
They
debate.
are, but it's like there's ASCII purists, which I'm an ASCII purist. I
Me
will
too.
not play on a texture pack because I enjoy my eyes bleeding. But
Yeah. If you don't want your eyes to bleed, why are you playing Dwarf Fortress?
yeah, I literally play that for my eyes to just bleed. Every Bethesda game is literally made by its mods.
Yeah, and I think
Oh my god, yeah.
to the general
modded
public,
Skyrim.
at least, yeah, modded Skyrim is the like you see that on YouTube, like back in the day, at least everywhere. Like
Skyrim and Minecraft were my first two like modding experiences. Probably, I can't remember which came first. It was probably Skyrim because Skyrim came out in like 2011, and I remember installing some mods like day one. Like
yeah, they
I
didn't
had
have
a mod.
full mod support until the script extender came out, but it was fairly
Yeah,
close.
but I had stuff like mods to like let me say my shouts and stuff because I was a kid and I thought that was awesome.
And
I
yeah,
still think that's
support.
kind of awesome, but it's less practical now.
yeah, my mind just goes back to like the Donkey video, where it was absolute chaos in Skyrim. He had,
Oh
like,
yeah,
Thomas the Tank Engine like running around, flying around. I think he used that like in place of the dragons.
yeah. I forget what wrestler it was that I had replace my dragons.
Was
It was a super popular mod.
Was it Randy
I can't remember.
Savage?
Yeah, it was Randy. It was Macho Dragons. That was what it was called. And it was what Macho
God.
Man Randy Savage replaced
That's
all the
funny.
dragons.
It's
That was really funny. I had
think
a
the
ton of
weirdest
graphic
thing-
mods.
The weirdest thing about Bethesda modding is that there's always one mod that replaces some creature in a Bethesda game with Randy Savage.
I didn't even know that was
Okay.
a thing before then. I just thought the Macho Dragons were hilarious.
Yeah, there was the Randy Savage Death Claws in Fallout 4.
So I
That was
believe
terrifying.
Bethesda. I remember this was a big controversy when it came out or was announced, but like Bethesda was the first real step in like console modding, right? Like Bethesda announced that like modding would come to like the Xbox versions of their games, but not the PlayStation because PlayStation wouldn't allow it, and that created quite a bit of stir back in the day. But like, yeah, I think Bethesda were the first ones to like put their foot into the console modding space and sort of open that space up more than it has been. Of course,
Yeah, I
it's
think-
nowhere near at the level it is you know, it's nowhere near as open as PC, but it's there now at least, and it's getting better.
Yeah, I think it's an important step because a game like a game like Skyrim, the way their modding is implemented, you know, people are kind of pushing up against the boundaries all the time. And this is kind of a tenuous example, but like a game like Factorio, the way modding works in that game, nobody's pushing up against anything. Like there's just a modding API, you use it and you make your mods and the game is cooler. Like there's you're not changing the code or anything, not really. It's just you're using the tools that the developers gave you to make stuff. And I think that is the type of mod that is safe to put on a console. I don't want to run code from some random person on my game console. That's not cool.
Yeah, and that's why like console modding is a lot more restrictive than PC modding, right? Like you've got to think like all the mods that are on console have to be vetted, right?
Yeah,
like,
right.
You've got to think that like, of course, that's not the case on PC. Like PC, I keep saying it, but it is the Wild West. Like anything goes.
Yeah, I mean, there's
like,
obviously there's all the rated R mods for like every game. There's
If it exists, there's an R-rated mod for it.
Yeah, there's going to be porn mods for every game. A lot of them.
Yeah,
even Stardew Valley, which is
well,
bizarre.
I don't know. I mean, marriage is a core component of that game. It kind of makes sense.
But it's all just pixel art.
2D pixel
It
art.
is all just
literally
pixel
just all
art, yeah.
2D pixel art.
It is that, yeah.
But yeah, curated mods on Xbox are a thing. Can't say I'll ever expect it. Maybe on PlayStation, right? Like PlayStation started to get friendly with PC, so I could see maybe it happening sometime, but never Nintendo. God no, never Nintendo.
Yeah, and that's the tricky thing. Microsoft has been working on a mod API for Bedrock Minecraft, which is the version of Minecraft that runs on mobile, PC, Xbox, PS4, probably the new consoles. I don't know if it's out yet on new I guess it would be because backwards compatibility.
It's the main version of Minecraft, right? Like the Java version.
See, that's complicated. Java is the one that has like the creative force behind it, and then Bedrock is the main version. I would argue that like most people are playing on because it's on
Java gets all the experimental versions. So any of the beta patches will come out on Java, and then eventually, once the real update comes out, it'll come out on Bedrock.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're working on a modding API for Bedrock, and I've seen some interesting stuff that's like, it's not MC Eternal level in volume, but like in feature set, like you can kind of see how they would get to it.
That's exciting.
Like, yeah, that's huge, except does it actually happen? Like, Minecraft is on Nintendo Switch, Minecraft is on Xbox, Minecraft is on Apple. Like, do these people allow you to install mods to your Minecraft?
I'm gonna assume, at least for Nintendo, probably Apple too, that's gonna be like a hard no from them, and they'd have to diverge.
That's a shame, like, because vanilla Minecraft is fun, but like the reason I don't play Java modded Minecraft all the time as opposed to vanilla is essentially two reasons. One is the performance of Bedrock is just insane, it's so much better. And two, it's because I want to play with my friends who are on consoles and PC or phones and stuff. And like, that limits you. And like, I almost wonder if that's why the modding API has kind of fallen to the wayside development wise recently. Or I don't know if that's actually what happened. But anyway, they announced it a long time ago and it's not here yet.
Minecraft has had a modding API in development since 2011.
Well, Notch was never going to finish it, but when Microsoft announced it, I actually thought it might happen. And it is happening. Like there's some beta, like you can already behavior packs, which change the way like mobs behave and stuff. That's out. You can do that. So you can like make custom enemies and stuff for Minecraft now in Bedrock.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I just don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really like the world in which I can play a version of MC Eternal that actually runs well and like play it with all my friends together on a server would be just insane. That would be beautiful. But I don't know if that'll ever happen because of people, Sony and Nintendo getting in the way.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think the best you can hope for is like if all your friends are either on PC or Xbox, that might work. But yeah, I mean, Sony, like even a year ago, I would have said no way, but like now I'm sort of changing that. Like, I never thought
Well, honestly,
we'd see
I wonder-
Uncharted on PC, but like here we are.
The other thing is like Microsoft has Minecraft. Like, are they gonna swing that Fortnite energy and say like, yeah, you're gonna allow mods on your platform, or we're not gonna let you have Minecraft anymore? Like,
I don't think so because
I'd love to see them do it though.
ultimately, because okay, let's say the hypothetical in which like Microsoft takes Minecraft off of PlayStation, like that's a huge chunk of their pie just gone. Like Minecraft's one of those games where I think Microsoft will do anything to get it everywhere. Like
that sucks for Sony too, though. Like
whether that means like listening to Nintendo's rules or Sony's rules, like it just makes the most sense for Microsoft to do that because that's what makes them the most money.
Yeah, I just wish they would. I don't know. I think that's a fight they would win, and I wish they would.
Yeah, I mean, they might win it, but like I don't even know. Like they might not even want to take that chance. Like, because if it all goes wrong, then like suddenly like everyone just loses money for no reason. Although, like I will say, like back when we had that like leaked Fortnite email, that Epic email, like we saw those kinds of threats like actually being made, which is wild. So it's definitely possible.
Yeah, well, especially now that we're in an era of gaming where companies can and will hold a property over someone else's head to try to get them to cave in.
Yeah, I mean, and there's very few properties that have that kind of power, right? Like, it's basically just Fortnite and Minecraft, right? Like, I can't really think of anything else that would be like, that people would bend over backwards to, Call of Duty, yeah, fair.
Yeah,
but
if Call of Duty doesn't play any power moves like that we know of.
Well, Grand Theft Auto, so 4, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if I thought harder, there would be more, but those are certainly...
The thing is, Rockstar doesn't pull that kind of power moves either.
I mean,
it's really just Fortnite that does it. Fortnite are the only ones.
Epic or bullies. Yeah.
Speaking of Rockstar, if there's one group of people that are super opposed to mods, it's Rockstar Games.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Which is crazy because Grand Theft Auto has a huge modding community.
I was going to say, like, GTA 5's got to be modded.
Crap on modded.
GTA 5's got to be modded out the wazoo by now, right? Like... It has to be.
Yeah, it is. The fact that GTA 5 RPs still exist with Rockstar's knowledge is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so traditionally, like, GTA games didn't really even come to PC, right? Like, back in the day? No, or maybe they were just like, highly delayed, right? Like, the
first two games were on GTA. Or on PC, the first two, on PC, yeah.
Yeah, so GTA 3, San Andreas, I think those came late. And GTA 5 was a year or two after. No, GTA 5 didn't come to PC until a year after it came to Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah, so there is a bit of a delay there.
A massive delay. That was 3 years. That was
that's. I don't know if that would fly today. Like, like GTA 6 when it comes out in like 2025 or whatever. Like, I'm sure it'll be day one on everything.
Except Red Dead didn't come to PC for a little while.
There were a ton of people that bought GTA 5 on Xbox 360, then on PS4, and then on PC. There were a ton of people that did that.
Yeah,
that's fair. I mean, maybe GTA is one of the only series that can do it and get away with it too. Yeah, we'll see, I guess. But like, I'm curious to see, like. Especially because like I think the GTA business model has just changed completely, right? Like GTA Online is the big cash cow now, right? Like, and if I feel like if they put their version of that everywhere, like day one, like GTA 6 Online day one, like that just makes the most sense to me. But who knows?
Yeah, I agree with crossplay. Yeah,
crossplay.
Actually, they would never do that because they would never do crossplay in GTA Online because they still can't get people to stop spawning money in GTA Online. And
on the PC version, or
on the PC version, yeah. So they're losing a ton of money to that on PC because they sell shark cards and everything. And I don't believe they're losing nearly as much on console.
Yeah, definitely not.
When some magical monkey can just spawn you all the money you need, what's the point of buying shark cards?
Exactly.
Yeah, I hope so. Actually, this is kind of a tangent. Did we talk about the GTA 6 rumors on the show, or have you guys seen them?
No, I didn't know there were any.
Yeah, so apparently GTA 6 is going to be the Rockstar wants to make it like an evolving Fortnite-like map, like how like things happen on the Fortnite map that change the map forever and like impact the gameplay and stuff. They want to do something similar with GTA 6,
I'm
which
extremely into that.
which is cool. I just hope that my one hope, and actually I don't even know why I'm saying hope. I'm not even into GTA, like I don't play GTA, but I think my preference would be that it is not like an always online Fortnite style game. Like if GTA 6 is basically just GTA Online 2, I think that would be a disappointment to a lot of people. Like I still want them to have like the core like GTA 6 campaign in the city. And I guess like they're implying that like either the online mode will undergo constant changes and updates or like both, like the campaign will too. I don't know. Like it's
I wouldn't be
interesting.
surprised if they don't even do a single player campaign.
I wouldn't be either, and I
wouldn't
think
be
that would be
surprised.
a bit of a disappointment personally.
I
but,
don't
like,
even I don't even think it would be a mistake because a lot of the stuff. I mean, I don't know how much GTA Online you played, but
a little bit.
a lot of that stuff had the same spectacle as
Yeah,
the GTA campaign. Like
think-
as long as it's just instanced stuff, I would be okay with it.
the way
more or
I
less.
interpret the rumors, I think they're like trying to combine a single player GTA campaign and GTA Online with like an evolving Fortnite map. So it's gonna be some sort of like weird ambitious thing that we haven't really seen before. Which is cool. But again, like this game is years and years away at this point.
Yeah.
So who knows what might happen between now and then.
Yeah, Rockstar
Yeah.
could go out of business.
Yeah,
That's
all-
funny.
Yeah.
all the money they're hemorrhaging.
Yeah. Rockstar Games is totally insolvent. They're not gonna last another another year. I don't think Rockstar Games could lose enough money to fail at this point.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
either.
no, they're never gonna fail ever. there's no question. Like,
I mean, they're running how many dev teams now?
I don't know how many teams, but they have like hundreds and hundreds of employees.
Yeah, it's a good time to be a Rockstar dev because you're definitely gonna have work.
Well, you'll also be crunched to death. But
That's true.
yeah, mods.
I mean, we're in the
did we
gaming
talk about
industry.
paid mods? Did we talk about paid mods in the
I don't-
podcast?
I think we have because I remember that was a big controversy.
Yeah. So
If we
Bethesda
did, it
tried
was
to-
a long time ago because I don't remember.
Yeah, Bethesda tried to set up paid mods. I think it was while we were doing the podcast. I think
Yeah.
it was early, and it's controversial. And even like to me, I have a hard time taking a stance on it because like the thing about mods is that they're extremely low commitment. So like a modder will just sit down and work on something, and they'll like what they're working on, and they'll just do it and release it for free or with a Patreon or something, and everybody kind of wins there. What Bethesda did was try to like basically they were saying like you'll pay for this mod, but now suddenly like there's a certain standard of quality to it. You know that it's going to work when we update the game. You know our updates aren't going to break it. And that's valuable to me. But raising the barrier to entry is not what the modding scene needs, in my opinion. I think it's okay.
Yeah, at that
mods
point,
break
it's just
all the time.
like it's just glorified
It's just-
DLC. You know.
Well, yeah, but the interesting part about it is that it's DLC that can be made by people other than Bethesda. And that's
Yeah.
fascinating to me.
They brought it back too. They brought out the Creation Club, which is just paid mods.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
It's paid
is
mods,
it-
but they don't call them paid mods.
So
which
I'm assuming
is
is
enough
this
for
is
people to
just
care.
like a Bethesda thing, right? Like I don't think this is taking hold anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
because no one else relies
Well,
upon
okay,
the
so-
mods as much as
Yeah.
Bethesda does.
Paid mods are exclusively a Bethesda thing in that sense, but like having a Patreon for your mod and stuff, that's pretty common. And that
Yeah, I mean I understand that.
that's complicated because that kind of dances in a gray area legally because you are sort of making money off
Right.
this product.
Yeah.
But I haven't actually known of a ton of mods that were doing mods for things other than Nintendo products that actually got shut down for that.
Yeah, because most people don't care, or a lot of companies
Yeah, I
don't
mean-
care because in the end, that drives sales of their game.
Yeah,
Right,
you
yeah.
had to buy the game for the mod. Yeah, like
It's tough. It's so weird how Nintendo doesn't see that. You know, like here's Nintendo like shutting down YouTubers and Twitch streamers, and I'm like, dude, they're literally advertising your product.
Free advertising. Because you don't have to pay them to play your game. They just play your game because they like your game.
Yeah, I get why Nintendo's anti-modding, because to mod a Nintendo game, you essentially have to pirate it. You can't, I mean, you can mod your console, but I don't think most people do. I think most people modding Nintendo games are running it in an emulator.
Yeah, and like even if you didn't pirate it, like Nintendo would still like I can't ever imagine them being
Nah,
okay
they
with
don't
like a
want you.
third party editing their game, like
Yeah, I mean, I have a certain way I feel about game design purity, but that's as a player. As a developer, if you want to change my game, I don't care. Like,
I mean,
I gave it to you. I gave it to you, and it was perfect. And what you do with it from there is your problem.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, at that point, like they've paid you for it, and like, who cares at that point? I don't
Yeah.
know. That's how I feel.
Modding's a rough subject for, I guess, Nintendo only. It feels weird. I guess Nintendo doesn't want to see their precious Mario doing the dirty.
I mean, I feel like that's like 90% of the reason.
That'll be 90% of the mods. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
'Cause it usually is.
Let's just, let's take a minute to acknowledge what happened when like, what was it? Bowsette became a thing.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Yeah.
Like Nintendo, for all the flack we give them, they're kind of right. Like
Maybe they're
No,
right.
I disagree. I disagree 100% because why all of that exists is because it's a forbidden fruit.
okay, yeah,
When you
that's
tell
a
someone they
that's a-
can't have something. Like when you take something and it's as pure as Mario, the temptation to corrupt it is gigantic to people.
Yeah, like yeah, the second people have a chance to do it, they're gonna do it. They're gonna corrupt
They're gonna
Mario.
corrupt
to-
innocence. It's the internet. The internet takes your innocence and then corrupts it entirely.
But yeah, to Nintendo's credit, like they've done a good job of shielding. I guess
shielding
the
their
youth
precious
from all
child.
of that. Yeah,
Man, mods are just a great thing. But there's also the rule. But for every game changing mod,
there's like
there's
10
some
bad ones.
mods
Yeah.
that are terrible, and then there are mods that are just unabashedly horny. Like 100%, someone thought, man, this could really use physics, and that's their whole.
my favorites are
thing.
just the really stupid ones. Like the one I always think of is Schlongs of Skyrim, which just gave all the horses gigantic penises.
Someone worked on that. That's wild.
Yeah.
Someone had to spend dev time on that.
Yeah, like
Like they woke up one morning and it's like, you know what this game needs?
gigantic horse
Some-
penises.
Some artist illustrated a horse. Actually, speaking of horse penises,
God.
Rockstar. Did you guys know this about Red Dead Redemption 2? Like they actually had like for like the horse balls or whatever. Like when it gets cold in the game, they like shrink up and stuff. Like this is programmed into the base game of Red Dead Redemption 2.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a fun fact.
Ah,
Yeah, devs will go to the great depths for that realism.
mhm.
Yeah, the only ones I can think of that go that hard to the point where like you kind of give them the side eye. It's Rockstar and Naughty Dog. Like they're you got to think like if they were people, they'd be the most obsessive compulsive people on the planet. Like
You gotta have that realism, No one asks for it, no one pays attention to it, but man, they gotta have it.
For that one player who's like panning the camera down there and looking at horse genitalia. I guess they're gonna be
Yeah, that's
satisfied
for that one guy.
by the effort that went into that. But yeah.
People get angry at like Japanese games for being unabashedly fan servicey. But for every Rockstar game, there's something fan servicey in there, even if it's for that one guy who really likes horse balls.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's,
I'm sure the argument there is just like absolute realism, but then
Yeah.
like it's like, come on, man.
I'm
The
all
thing
for
I will
games
say-
being realistic, but I do like me some unrealistic games.
weirdly small number of Minecraft sex mods in the mainstream, considering how like
I'm
how
sure they're out there.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely out there because there are a lot of kids playing Minecraft during their formative years,
Formative years.
and I know that is a thing, but I really don't like. I don't hear about Minecraft porn mods like I hear about Skyrim porn mods. I mean, I assume part of that is because Minecraft has like 2 characters.
So candidly, I have been known to use those kinds of mods, but mainly because I find them funny. Like, there's nothing more terrifying than a Nord Berserker running at you fully nude,
In Minecraft,
and that was the
Noah-
whole purpose I went for that in Skyrim.
Oh, in Skyrim, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about Minecraft. Why would I mod my Minecraft to have nudity? That's not funny.
I
That's
don't know.
just weird.
No, that's just weird. Like
Yeah, I want funny, haha, not oh god, that's strange.
nudity and like I don't agree with like a lot of messed up content like messing up the youth and stuff, but I think nudity in Minecraft would produce a lot of really messed up people. I think if anything can corrupt the mind, that would be it.
It would be Steve.
Ugh.
Yeah. I mean,
I do remember, like, I used to browse the Minecraft forums a lot when I was younger, and I'd browse through mods, and I remember one of the more prominent mods that I had found. I'm like, what is this? Was actually a mod that added breast physics to Minecraft.
There are no breasts.
It added them. It was so dumb.
I'm sure that mod exists for literally every game. Like, you got to think that's one of the, like the jiggle physics mod.
Yeah, the jiggle physics mods are in everything.
Yeah.
If it exists, someone's gonna add physics to it, or they'll try.
I'm sure this is what Sony and Nintendo are pointing to and being like, you want this in our games?
This is what Nintendo's afraid of.
So that's where I would take a step back. I don't even think curated mods would be a bad thing for Minecraft on console. Because Minecraft mods are just such a
Curated
huge...
mods are a thing on Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
And curated mods, like, mods are such an integral part of Minecraft. Like, like the Pistons, that was a mod originally. There was a Piston mod, and the developers saw it, and they were like, oh, this is cool enough. And the guy who made that mod is credited in Minecraft.
And llamas, and most of the new creatures were added by another mod.
And like, I have to imagine, like, the Redstone update was at least partially inspired by some of the factory mods. Like, hoppers and stuff, they let you make mob farms and everything. And that has to have been inspired by factory mods. That just makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, from like a game creator's perspective, like having your game wide open for modding like that can certainly be a source of inspiration, creativity too, right? Like you see what the people are doing and like be like, hey, we can integrate this into the game or like polish this and make it even better or whatever,
The only thing is that Bedrock Minecraft is kind of a microtransaction hellscape in some ways. And
microtransactions, really? Like skins and stuff?
Yeah.
Skins. I think you can buy worlds based on different video games. There's like a weird Sonic DLC that I get a ton of ads for right now. I don't really understand it. I don't even understand what all these microtransactions are, but
they're largely just for skins because I don't think you can use skins in Bedrock.
If you're on PC, you can use skins on Bedrock Minecraft. I use the same skin in Java that I do in Bedrock. But the character creator in Bedrock, like even just using the default tools without adding anything is like really powerful. Like I did not want to buy anything for my character in Bedrock.
Yeah, I know, like,
then again, I wear jeans and a flannel. So my outfit was there. I was represented.
Yeah, I mean, I've been known to use weird Minecraft skins.
Yeah.
Of course you are, Mike.
I know, I just like novelty. For the longest time, I was Daft Punk.
Okay.
So, I like novelty
I think it's
skins.
so funny, like, the big Minecraft YouTubers, like Ethos Lab is who I'm thinking of right now. his skin is Sasuke. Or no, it's not Sasuke, it's the, is it Sasuke or is it their teacher? It's a Naruto character.
Kakashi?
I know that.
Is it Kakashi?
It might be Kakashi.
White
I don't
hair?
know Naruto very well.
Yeah.
But
just the fact that it's a Naruto skin already makes it hilarious.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
The way it is. Like,
it's so funny. And like a lot of them like I think Mumbo Jumbo is one of the biggest Minecraft YouTubers right now, and his skin is literally, he just looked up businessman like 6 years ago and grabbed the first one he saw.
Yeah.
And so, like,
Yeah,
you know, some random person on the internet, I don't even think he knows who the person is anymore because he was, you know, not a big YouTuber at the time. So they're uncredited, and somebody just made this skin that like is popular with millions of people now.
Yeah, weird things like this can only happen in a few select games, and Minecraft's definitely one of those.
Minecraft is one of those games that's transcended. It's transcended gaming.
Yeah, I mean it's really rare that a game can fall off in popularity as hard as Minecraft did and then make a comeback.
Really, I
Yeah.
don't. Why would you? I don't think Minecraft has ever really fallen off in popularity, right? Like it's
Oh, it
always been
did.
somewhat popular.
Minecraft fell off really hard around the time of the combat update, I think.
Yeah, do you not remember it Minecraft like the 12-year period of Minecraft being cringe?
I don't think it was
12-year
12 years.
period.
It was
Minecraft
like
came out in
Minecraft again.
Minecraft first came out in 2010. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
it's 10 years old, but there was a
There
long
were, like,
period.
2 or 3 years there where people did not play it very much, and like, yeah, it
Or
was
playing
definitely
it
dead
was-
for a bit, and a
was
lot
cringe.
of YouTubers like lost the shirt off their back because of it.
Mm.
They had built their entire brand on Minecraft, and then Minecraft wasn't cool anymore, and they just lost everything. And
Yeah, I
a
definitely
lot of
think-
people.
Right now, at least, Minecraft's in a state where I don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
Oh,
like-
it's huge and it's sustainable. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see it
Like-
going anywhere.
I mean, like, just by the very nature of it, it's like a never-ending thing, right? Like, there'll always be new mods that create new experiences that, you know, create new YouTubers, and like, it's just a cyclic thing that'll keep going on and
I
on
just-
and on.
I really wish somebody would just make a Minecraft clone, but with a mod API. Like, I really think you could implement very little of vanilla Minecraft, and then just, you know, turn the modders, all the creativity those modders have on something with a more stable foundation. Because
I mean,
right
yeah.
now it's just kind of a sunk cost issue. You know, they've already done so much to Java Minecraft. They don't want to start
at
over
this point,
somewhere
like,
else.
I can't see, like, even if this hypothetical game existed, like, no one's gonna move.
It
off
does
of
exist.
Minecraft.
There are plenty of open source Minecraft clones that are infinitely more, yeah, I mean, you know, written in more stable languages, have better modding
Uh-huh.
APIs. They exist, but
Yeah, but like, I don't think
nobody owns them. Yeah.
they're never gonna become mainstream, I guess.
Yeah, like people don't, yeah, like everybody owns Minecraft, you know. I talk to anyone I know and I already assume that you own a copy of Minecraft. Like, if somebody told
Yeah.
me today that they bought Minecraft, I would be like taken aback because that's insane to me.
Yeah, I feel the same way about like GTA. Like, who doesn't own a copy of GTA 5 at this point?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, it's been given away for
obviously-
free on PC too.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously there are people out there because it's still like charting like the way it does, but like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, as games get old, like who doesn't own Skyrim in some shape?
Yeah,
At this
Skyrim's
point
another
in
one of
time.
those. Yeah, like you just like with how much they've released it and re-released it and re-released it. You know, like
I disagree with those though, because like those are games that you own if you're a gamer. Like, if you're a gamer, you have Grand Theft Auto. If you're a gamer, you have Skyrim. If you are a human being on this planet, you have Minecraft. Like, everyone in my school was playing Minecraft.
I would
a lot of them.
honestly, you know, yeah, I guess make this argument for adults, but like if you're an adult, you own GTA 5. You know, like I think
Really?
GTA 5 is almost.
I
like
know
that.
a lot of people that don't own GTA 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to say that's anecdotal, but just knowing how much I think GTA 5 is the second highest selling game, right? Like behind Minecraft, right? Like it's
Yeah, I think so.
like over 100 million, which is stupid, but
Yeah, but Minecraft is like, yeah, you don't have to have a game console. You have to own a game console to own GTA 5, and you don't have that. Everybody has a phone, and you can have Minecraft on your phone.
Yeah,
and I
that's
know a
true.
lot of people that do. I know. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember people, and I didn't say anything because I didn't want to be an ass, you know. But like in high school, I remember people saying like people were discovering Minecraft in their friend groups and stuff, and they were only playing the mobile version, which at the time was an extremely compromised port of Minecraft.
yeah, I remember that. It was,
had
it was a
no-
shell of the real thing.
It didn't have caves. It didn't have the nether. You like built like a weird nether thing that like converted an area of your world to look like the nether. It was weird to kind of give you access to those blocks. And it was still insanely popular. Like, these people still loved it, even without like the parts that matter to me. Like, you know, without caves, I didn't see the point of playing. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. The caves are like so integral to the game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. People love that game. This kind of turned into a Minecraft episode too, huh?
Yeah, it's like a mods and Minecraft episode.
Well, those two ideas are so like linked in my mind though.
Yeah,
Because
at this point in time, like in 2021, like yeah, they're inextricably connected, I think.
Yeah, Minecraft and mods are identical.
I mean, Minecraft's got to be the most modded game of all time, right? Like that's easy, right?
It's up there with probably any Bethesda game.
yeah, I would say Minecraft is probably more just by consequence of like,
how many copies are in the wild, you know? Like
and it's kind of easier to mod. Like, are we talking about like most number of times like a person has installed a mod, or like most number of times that like
I
most
was
mods
thinking,
out there?
yeah, most mods out there.
I would say Minecraft probably wins that one, just because you don't have to like, I don't know, the door. Like I would call a texture pack a mod, and I know a ton of people that made their own texture packs.
Yeah.
And, like it kind of depends on where you draw the line, I guess.
Yeah.
But to make a mod for a Bethesda game requires like more game development experience. To make a mod for Minecraft, you kind of just have to know how to program a little Java. Like I knew people that taught themselves to program modding Minecraft, and that is an upsetting thing to think about because God, that would teach you a lot of terrible practices. But
Minecraft.
I remember I was a kid learning to program, and I thought modding Minecraft would be a good way to do it. And thank God somebody on the Minecraft server I frequented was like, please don't do this to yourself.
Please don't look at the code. It's bad.
I'm kind of curious now. I kind of want to take a peek at the code just to see what it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never actually looked at it. I've just always heard that it's not
Oh,
amazing.
you actually heeded the warning.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
I can
I absolutely
imagine-
heeded the warning. 'Cause- yeah,
I can imagine that it's probably spaghetti.
yeah. I mean,
Has to
Notch
be.
was one dude developing it for a long time. So
Yeah, but I'm sure like what I'm assuming or the Bedrock version is written in C# or
it's C++, and it's rock solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
I have to imagine. I've actually read some developer blogs about developing the C++ version of Minecraft. I think it was still Minecraft Pocket Edition at the time. I'm not totally sure, but when me, Ryan, and Destiny were working on No Mountain Near Sky,
What a great
just
name.
voxel. It was around when No Man's Sky was new, and we wanted to make an infinite voxel engine. We went in with like huge ambitions, knowing we would never actually finish it. And basically, all we finished was I wrote an engine for rendering blocks really efficiently.
Yeah, I
In
remember
Java,
looking at that.
I'll have you know.
Yeah.
And Ryan and Destiny worked together to write the terrain generation algorithm and stuff. It was not particularly complicated at the end. We didn't have caves or anything, but we did have the terrain generation didn't make caves, but we had all the graphical side optimizations to make them work. It was a super fun project. But yeah, I was actually reading logs written by the guys doing C++ Minecraft at the time.
I
That's
imagine
pretty cool.
the horror,
The what?
the horror of the Java code base, because I think at the time that Notch had started writing Minecraft, he had not done a lot of programming in Java,
Yeah.
which is usually the case when someone starts a big project. They usually don't know what they're doing. Like
Yeah, I mean,
95% of the time.
Well,
they'll just
Minecraft also
kinda
didn't
wing
start
it.
out as a big project. Like Minecraft, unfortunately, it got its start. It was just Notch playing around with blocks and posting it on
Yeah.
4chan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy how much it ballooned. How much did Microsoft pay Notch for Minecraft again? It was like several billion, right?
Yeah, it was like, yeah, it was billions. I think 10 billion or something. Like it was crazy.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
It was
Like,
enough that Notch can now retire and be an awful person on Twitter for the rest of his life.
I mean, isn't he like miserable? Like
Yeah, he's absolutely
yeah.
miserable.
he's just rich and
It-
miserable. Like he
It was
hates
$2.5 billion in 2014.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
an
he's
absolute
miserable. His
steal.
wife left
Like
him.
holy
Well,
crap.
he's kind of a terrible person. He's not allowed at Minecon anymore.
Yeah, they cut him
Yeah.
out of the credits. He's no longer the programmer of Minecraft.
Well, at least he has his billions, I guess.
And he
Yeah.
made his money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been known to be racist on Twitter, and that's about
Yeah,
all he's known for now.
Not seen things that point Notch in a good light at all.
It's extremely upsetting because Notch is like the first celebrity game developer that maybe the first celebrity game developer, but like, no, I guess John Carmack
That's-
existed.
Well, okay, so are we talking Because like we could go onto the list of like Shigeru Miyamoto and stuff like.
John Romero.
Yeah, I would say Marcus Persson is bigger than any of them though. Like you could walk around and ask
Hideo
who Notch
Kojima?
is. I think more people would know who Notch is than Kojima or Miyamoto. Like
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
Kojima's
about
just
that.
it's
known
hard
for
for us
being a
to tell
madman.
because all of our friends are gamers. I think,
Right?
but,
Yeah.
But Notch, Minecraft is just transcendent.
Watch, we're like
you know?
so out of touch. Like we ask a random person, like we don't know who any of these people are. Stop bothering
Who's
us.
Kojima?
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah,
that madman that released that game about fetuses?
And walking, yeah.
Yeah, walking in fetuses.
And then the director's cut of that game.
Which did you guys see that tweet where he is not happy that it's being called director's cut for the same reasons we've pointed out that the name makes no sense? Like,
Yeah, I think so. Like it's interesting because Sony announced a PS5 version of Ghost of Tsushima called Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. So I think that might just be their branding for like PS5 versions of PS4 games.
I hate that so much. That's
Which doesn't
so
really make
bad.
sense. Yeah,
It's extremely bad.
it's either
Just
their
call it
branding or just
definitive
like a,
edition. Like
like a weird
definitive edition is industry standard.
yeah. I mean, it's been 2 games so far, so it's kind of forming a pattern. If there's a third one, then it's just like yeah, they're for sure
Yeah.
doing this. But for now,
Three constitutes
yeah,
a pattern. Yeah.
it's just like maybe.
Anyway, you guys ready to talk about games we've been playing? I've been playing Minecraft Eternals.
I mean, same.
Wanna talk
I'm
about that for
extremely
another
overwhelmed
hour?
by it still. I can't figure out which direction I want to go in it. So I just do like an hour of a mod and then move on to another one and then move on to another one. Cause I'm I'm just waiting for me to find that one little thing, that like chink in the armor I can find that makes me like absurdly powerful so that I can kind of skip some steps on the other mods. And I haven't found it yet.
Oh, you're not gonna find it for a while. The mod
Yeah.
is balanced in such a way that you have to use other mods to reach.
Yeah, it's extremely
Yeah,
well balanced. I find it plays like a video game. Like it really does play like,
You don't say.
there's okay, so mods typically like they're kind of loose and you can just kind of do stuff and figure it out, and like you really do have to like work your way up in this mod. Like there's no shortcut that I found that like lets me skip to the end part. Like
Yeah.
you have to play Minecraft up to a certain point, and then you can start some of the basic level mods, and then you can do some of the more advanced stuff. And also, a lot of the time, like, these are big mods. Like, it's not like you can play for a couple hours and experience all that a mod has to offer and move on to another one. Like, you have to, like, really invest in them. And it's a decision. I can't tell you whether that's a good or a bad decision. I don't think it's bad. I can't tell you whether or not it's good though. Like you just really have to sink your teeth in and kind of get going. Like you really sunk your teeth into the vampirism mod, and I think that kind of got you a bit of a kickstart because you had you can move really fast.
I really like what you did there.
Thank
I
you.
can move fast. I have permanent night vision. I can fly.
Yeah, and I'm
There's a
kind of
lot
like
bonuses. The only
almost like-
downside is the sun.
because you're the only person I'm playing with right now. Dude, is there anybody else on our server?
There is, but most of them are on and off.
Yeah, I'd really my friend Ty talked about wanting to join, and I know Ryan talked about it a bit, but I don't know if he would. And you, Ahmed. I think it would just be nice to have some more people on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
because
actually,
you're
I
the only other
still
person.
don't think I have the link. If you want
It's-
to.
Well,
I-
it's whitelist. So.
Yeah, whitelist.
Oh, right. Okay. I'll give you my.
and I
public
posted
IP.
it in the Discord.
It's
I
you
must
don't have to
have
whitelist your IP. It whitelists your username.
Yeah, I just need a username.
Oh, okay.
So literally the first time you join, I can whitelist it through it.
Yeah. But anyway, it just because you took that path, I'm kind of trying to do something different because the mod is vast enough that I feel like we could have 10 or 15 people on this server and all take very different routes to get to the end game. And that's super cool.
Like you
And
don't
you
have
took-
to be a vampire. You can always be a vampire hunter, which I can't be. Which
Yeah,
sucks,
the
but
opposite. Yeah. But I'm just kind of dodging that mod altogether for now. I just don't really want to interact with it right now. I'm more interested in the factory building and wizardry right now, and I like mixing those two things.
yeah, I
every
took
mod pack
all
I've
the
ever
way
played-
into wizardry.
I kind of wanted to get into astral sorcery, I think, although I don't really know what it is yet. But
Yeah, it takes a
every
little
mod
bit.
pack I've ever played before this has had equivalent exchange. And equivalent exchange basically there's a core setup that you do, which is to set up a Buildcraft quarry and have your Buildcraft quarry feed into your Philosopher's Stone, and you can convert every single item it digs up into, or every item you don't want, so like all the cobblestone, all the dirt, you convert into diamonds progressively. So you just get a ton of diamonds out of that, and then you can convert your diamonds into whatever later. And this mod doesn't have equivalent exchange, so I'm kind of having to rethink my entire everything, and that's cool. But I'm having a good time with it. It's kind of I'm obsessing with it right now, I would say. I just kind of want to play it all the time, and I'm having trouble going to work.
Yeah, it's very. I kind of like the first time I saw it was through a stream, and it was just it's so meaty. You can have someone entirely focused on just factory building, or even just cooking.
Yeah,
there's enough.
Oh my god,
mods.
the cooking in this mod is huge. There's so like cooking is so much more integral to this mod than I thought it was when I first started. Like I didn't realize that eating a variety of different foods literally increases your max HP. Like,
yep,
that's wild.
That's crazy.
I've been living off of apples.
It's not a very good diet.
How in the world?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been playing Minecraft in the background, and I just had someone die of lava for some reason.
Oh no.
I don't know how. What did he do?
Oh yeah, there's like a whole city building mod that Mike has been engaging with that I haven't, where you get villagers and you have to give the villagers certain items so that they can build their house, and like they do stuff for you. And that's like, and there's like 9 dimensions in this mod, I think. There's like the pocket dimensions, there's Limbo, there's the Beneath, there's the Nether, there's the End, there's the Twilight Forest,
Ratlantis,
the Wilds. I think I'm missing some too. And
there's
like
a lot.
There's just like you can't throw a rock without falling into another dimension in this mod. And that's neat. And then like, say I want lava from the Nether, I have to build an Ender tank, which is like a cross-dimensional tank, and then I can place the other tank in my base and teleport the lava to it. It's sort of like how an Ender chest works. There's just so much to think about in these mods. It's very cool. And then, that's not the only way to get that objective done. There are other roundabout ways to do it, like building a blaze farm and then converting the blaze powder into lava, and then you have an infinite lava supply that way. It's really hard to like sit down, because you can't just sit down and set a goal, because there's so many ways to reach that goal. You have to sit down and set a goal and then like map out which mods you're going to engage with along the way to get to your to get to that end point.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I think when I play this game, I'm just gonna go with the flow.
Yeah, you really do. I think
objective.
You have to kind of and there are quests in it that kind of help you get started. But I really do think like playing it as vanilla Minecraft for a little bit first, and just kind of like letting the mods like appear to you as you go, that was the right call for me. At least it kind of let me the frog in the boiling water type deal. It let me adjust to it.
Because there's a lot. It's
like over 200 mods, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 360 some mods.
Yeah.
I've put almost 3.5 days of active playtime into this mod pack, and I barely scratched the surface, really.
Yeah. I mean, you're still like, you told me don't go to the Beneath, you'll die. And I was like, it can't be that bad.
Oh, it can't be that bad.
Immediately died when I walked in, like without making any progress at all.
You walked into the darkness and got one shot.
I didn't know that open air counted as darkness. That didn't occur to me. So I saw light and I had to jump down to get to the light, and it didn't occur to me that like there would be quote unquote darkness on the way there. And so I died.
Yeah, it sucks for me because I have night vision, so I can't tell what's darkness or not. Really?
Did you not turn off your night vision?
No, it's permanent.
Oh, that's rough. I have night vision goggles, but I don't use them that much. It's rough in the Beneath.
Yeah, it's rough in the Beneath, but otherwise it's nice.
Yeah, because you can't go out during the day. So.
Oh no, I can now.
Well, yeah, you have that umbrella. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got lucky and got a creative umbrella that never breaks. So.
Oh, nice.
I no longer have to use resources to walk into the day.
There's just a lot going on in this mod. And I also like all this stuff is going on and all, but then at the same time, at some point I kind of want to just take a step back and build something too, which I have like barely done. Like I built my house And other than that, I've not really engaged with the more creative aspect of the game at all, which I kind of knew was going to happen. So I kind of got my house right on the first try, and I'm happy with it. But
Yeah, I just live in a cavern that I've been
yeah,
adjusting.
I didn't really want to do that, which is why I'm using the Pocket Dimensions mod. I just have a door that leads to a pocket dimension in my little cabin, and I'm gonna put my whole factory just in another in a mini reality, so that I can have my nice like cottage core thing going on. Maybe
Sounds
put
very,
some wizardry stuff around.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it's a little like that. Yeah,
I mean, I literally have a dungeon full of people that I
yeah.
use
Yours.
livestock.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Jeez.
I still haven't found everything. I go over to Mike's Space to just kind of look around sometimes, and I still don't think I've seen everything. It's just very spread out, very I don't even know how to describe it. There's just literally stuff hidden. Like some of the doors are really hard to find.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
Yeah.
So is this? I'm assuming this is still a randomly generated map, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've explored a good chunk of it, and it still surprises me.
Have
Like,
you
there's
explored
some
like,
biomes
the,
that'll murder me?
Are there
have you
limits to
explored
it,
the
or
other
will it keep
realities?
expanding?
I've explored a little bit of the Twilight Forest, but and the Beneath.
Okay, I saw you
'cause I
killed
had to go through there.
I went to go fight the snake because you see, this is the other thing that the mod gets wrong a little bit is that I have a quest right now to kill this like scary snake thing in the Twilight Forest, and I was like, well, I just now got my wand, and it immediately gave me a quest to kill this thing. I'm probably at roughly strong enough to go kill this thing, and I go and I'm not even hurting it, like, and I get just stomped immediately, and then have to like struggle to get my stuff back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this mod pack will drop upon you death very quickly if you're not careful.
It's very much it is a lot more forgiving with death than vanilla Minecraft. It like drops a tombstone and you just go get your stuff back from that. I don't think your stuff can despawn,
It can't.
but
I don't
it
know. Connor did
merciless
bug.
with killing you. Yeah, I mean we did run into one thing where my character bugged out. I actually kept my quest progression. It deleted my inventory and my skills, but I kept my quest progression.
I can reset that if you want.
No, I wanted my quest progression still.
Okay.
Because most of the quest progression was like stuff in my house. I hadn't really built like armor and stuff yet. So
Yeah. I've never had a tombstone glitch, which, knock on wood, I'm thankful for, but I mean, I have the power of admin, so if I do lose things, I can just get it back really easily.
yeah, I only missed like one thing of any value, and it was something I got as a random drop from a quest. And so
Yeah, I'm
that's
in a
just kinda-
position right now that most of the random drops are kind of useless.
Yeah, no, they're all still pretty valuable to me. Like the flux drill is not something I'm ready to make right now, but that was like a really fast. It like digs a 3x3 instead of a 1x1, and so I was able to like really fast do some branch mining and stuff and get some resources early game because I got that. And I think that's a really cool design decision too, that they just like will like sprinkle end game gear on you, or maybe mid game gear on
Yeah, it's
you at the
mid-game.
very beginning.
I mean, I got a flamethrower as my first drop.
That's
which
hilarious.
was great.
Yeah.
Carried me
I
through
got
the
a
early game,
Buildcraft
but-
Quarry, which like back in the day was amazing. Apparently they're not that great now. Buildcraft
Yeah.
is like intentionally convoluted and kind of annoying, so I don't think I'm going to use it. I'm working on a new quarry system for now because there's a bunch of different quarries in this mod.
Yeah, there's so many tech mods that add on to each other or alter each other.
Now you
Like,
you really should hop on Amit, especially since we never played Valheim,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I don't see myself going back to that until it's finished. At this point,
Yeah, I don't see myself going back until maybe the next update, which is coming sometime this year, allegedly.
Yeah, before the next episode, I'll definitely hop in and check things out.
yeah, you hop in. I can help you get the ropes if you want.
Yeah. So I'm assuming both of you have just been playing Minecraft Eternal.
Yeah, I've pretty much just been playing Minecraft. I've been busy otherwise.
Yeah, me too. I played a bit of Nier Replicant, but I'm not ready to really talk about that yet. I want to finish it first.
Understood. Yeah. So I actually haven't been playing too much this week, but I have played A Plague Tale: Innocence. Have either of
How's
you
that?
heard of this game?
I mean,
Yeah.
we saw the sequel at E3, right?
Did we? I don't even remember.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's an interesting game. So it's for what it is a story about a young French girl in the mid 1300s, right? So this is like in the middle of the Black Plague. So it's a very very bleak and depressing game in which a lot of people die of rat disease and get eaten by rats and whatnot. But the crux of the game is like you are basically going on a journey with your sickly younger brother, and you're basically trying to get him help, right? Like he has some mysterious disease that he's like dying from, and I guess spoilers, like this happens in the first 10 minutes of the game. But if you don't want to hear it, you can skip this part. But the your family basically just gets murdered by the French Inquisition, and you and your brother have to run away. This girl, her name, what is her name? Amicia de Rune, and her brother is Hugo de Rune. So they're kind of like nobility as well. So they're being like hunted this whole game by the French Inquisition, as well as like like dodging the Black Plague and stuff like that. So the gameplay is like a mix of like stealth and like action adventure. Like you can fight and kill things, but like you're a small French girl against like knights wearing armor, so it's like stealth is highly encouraged because like if you get caught, more than likely you will die, right? So it's a lot of sneaking and stuff like that, and there are like puzzles and stuff too involving like the rats like carrying the bubonic plague. So like you have to find a way like around those. Like a lot of the gameplay is like traversing and avoiding the rats and like avoiding the knights and stuff like that. It's fun. I like it. I don't know if I love it. It's a lot of it could be like it's just like so bleak, and I'm not really in the mood for something bleak right now. Like
Yeah.
a lot of death, a lot of sick people. That's what this game is. But yeah, it's a very interesting game in that like I don't think I've ever played a game set in this time period exploring this time period, right? Like in mid Black Plague, which, as we know, was like a horrible, horrible thing that wrecked people back in the day.
Hot take.
Um,
I mean, I've definitely seen games that toy with a plague, like Dishonored and stuff, but they're just kind of surface level.
yeah, but this is like an actual historical plague, like that happened.
Isn't the game kind of an exaggeration though?
It definitely is, right? Like it's kind of it's exaggerated to the point where it's a little it's a little comical, right? Because like if you like so in this game like light scares away the rats, right? So if you're holding a torch or whatever, the rats won't touch you. So like if there's like a guard holding a torch and you like Amicia has like a sling, that's like her only weapon, right? So if you shoot a rock onto this guy's hand and like knock the torch out of his hand and it goes out, like 1,000 rats will immediately just swarm him and eat him alive. And it's just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. But, I guess for gameplay purposes, they have it that way. But yes, to answer your question, Mike, yeah, there's a lot of exaggeration and things that didn't actually happen. But the general tone of the game, like the severity and the devastation that the Black Plague caused is like definitely captured pretty well. And yeah, I'm curious to see how this journey ends. Like right now, and I think I'm in this smack dab like in the middle of the game, like chapter 8 or so. And at this point, the two main characters, Amicia and her younger brother, have met several other kids that they're traveling with, and I can only imagine like these kids are probably going to die in horrible ways at some point. So I'm not looking forward to that. But like,
I think you're too used to Naughty Dog to Last of Us right there.
No, I mean like. Dude, like the past 8 chapters of this game, like you had like these knights just like hunting down women and children and impaling them, and like it was brutal stuff. I mean, like,
didn't the plague kill like a third of Europe? Like,
yeah, the plague killed an absurd number of people. So it's messed up, right? Because like the plague is like devastating these people, and at the same time, the French Inquisition is just like going around murdering people, and it's just a mess, right? And you're trying to sneak your brother like through all of this to get him help. But yeah, to your point, Mike, like, yeah, The Last of Us Part 2 is probably hands down the most depressing video game I've ever played, but like this one's definitely up there. Like it's pretty bleak. Hopefully it has a happy ending.
Yeah, they never do.
I wouldn't count on that.
That's wishful thinking.
I mean,
I'm not a big happy ending guy though.
Well, here's the thing, like I feel like her and her brother have to survive at least. Like I'm pretty sure everyone else is probably dead, but like at least those two will be okay for the first game. Who knows what will happen in the second game?
Yeah, they probably would do something stupid like kill the main character in the first couple minutes.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, that's what I've been playing.
That's highly specific. I wonder where that came from.
I don't know. I don't play video games. I just listen to music.
He just watches donkey videos.
Yep.
All right, that's going to be Game Talk for this week. Thank you guys for listening. You can follow us at @Podcast Game Talk on Twitter. Please like, rate, and review us on any podcast service you use, and click the link in the description of the podcast to join our Discord and talk to us there. Thank you, Connor and Mike.
Yeah. See you guys next week.
See you next
See
week.
you next week.
You can follow us at @Podcast Game Talk on Twitter. Please like, rate, and review us on any. You know, I've gotten to the point where I say this thing so fast, I just like trip over my words.
Yeah.
Or was I?
Dude, I didn't know we were on iTunes until recently. I was
We're on everything, bro. We're on literally
my eyes
everything.
just glaze over during this part. And,
Yeah, I mean, like,
My friend was
I
asking where he could find us, and I was like, I don't know. I think
just listen to the last
SoundCloud.
30 seconds. Yeah. No, dude,
And
like,
then he
we're,
looked us up and found us on iTunes. And
we're
started
on
listening.
literally everything. Like, any service you can. That's why I tell people, like, rate, and review us on any podcast service you use, because it's literally any podcast service.
Wait a second. We're on everything?
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
use a
whoa.
weird RSS app on my phone, and I found us on it. And now I have. I mean, I don't listen to it, but I found us on there.
Yeah.
I thought we were only on Twitter.
Jesus Christ. I've been saying this for like 50 episodes.